Hi, I'm Kevin Gallagher, Technical Marketing Engineer for F5, and I'd like to show you how to integrate SSL Orchestrator with Netscout vStream. This article assumes that you have SSL Orchestrator configured with a topology and service chain. The versions used in this are BigIP 17.1, SSL Orchestrator 11.0, Netscout vStream 6.3.4, and Netscout Ingenious 6.3.4. But let's start with the VMware configuration. And what you want to do is create 3 port groups and possibly a new vSwitch. So in this case, I have the vSwitch configured as the Netscout demo switch here. And I've created 3 port groups. I've created the Netscout tap and internal south, internal north. So internal south is from the BigIP to the client. Internal north is from the BigIP to the server or internet. And Netscout tap is the port group that will be sending the decrypted content over to the Netscout for analysis. For the BigIP settings, you want to have the VM network here is used for management. We have the internal north, internal south, representing connectivity to the north and south respectively. And then of course the Netscout tap for sending the decrypted content. Now if you go over to the Netscout vStream, it also has that first adapter configured for VM network, which is used for management. And then the other interface is simply the Netscout tap interface that is used for receiving the decrypted content from BigIP. Let's just quickly review the Netscout configuration. We're connected here to the Ingenious One management console, and we want to check over here for device configuration. You can see it appears to be healthy. We have an IP address and it shows the version of software being used. So at this point, the Netscout should be configured properly and ready to accept decrypted content from SSL Orchestrator. Now let's go over to the BigIP here and review the network settings. You can see here that we have internal north and internal south that are used for connectivity to the north to the server side and south to the client side respectively. And then we also have the Netscout tap VLAN, which is used for sending the decrypted content to Netscout. Let's go ahead and configure the SSL Orchestrator. You can see here we have L3 outbound topology configured, but no service. So let's go ahead and add the service. Go over to the tap, Netscout tap. I'm going to call it Netscout. And for the MAC address, this is the MAC address that I want to use. Now, you can find the MAC address in the vStream VM network settings. So if we go back real quick and go to the vStream, if you look at the adapter here, you can see the MAC address. All right, so we have the correct one. For the VLAN, we're going to use the existing. We're going to use that Netscout tap VLAN. We're going to also enable the port remap and remap it to port 80 so it looks just like HTTP. Let's save next. Make sure to add it here to the service chain and save. And OK. Let's save and next. Okay, great. Yeah, so when done, it should look like the following. It shows the Netscout service deployed. Everything looks good from here. Okay, so now I'm ready to test this configuration. There's a Windows client that connects through the SSL Orchestrator to a Windows server running on 192.168.0.5. You can see I have the console window open here on VMware, and directory browsing enabled in this case, so you can actually see the files and click on them and download them if you want. But yeah, this looks like it's working just fine. So what I want to do is we'll verify the connectivity further by looking at a capture on the BigIP itself. Okay, so I accidentally started that, but here we'll take a capture on the internal south VLAN, which is on the client side. So this traffic should show up as HTTPS and encrypted. All right, you can see I reloaded the page here, and we see that it's yes, shows up as HTTPS, going through the L3 outbound service, and it's just simply it's encrypted, so we can't make any sense of it from there. All right, let's go ahead and look at the tap side. So this is what should be decrypted clear text HTTP. There you go. And yeah, you can see the regular old HTTP GET right there. And then a server response 200 OK. So certainly looks like it's working properly. Now we'll go over to the Ingenious One monitor and see what it looks like over there. All right, so from the Ingenious One console, we'll go over to Packet Analysis. And then we'll click Decode. And let's see what we got here. Great. From here you can see the HTTP GET request. If we look at the details of that, you can see the regular HTTP request from the client to the server. And then if we look over here, we can see the server response, HTTP 1.1 OK. You can even see the directory listing of all the files here. So this is clearly working properly, and Netscout is receiving the decrypted content for analysis, and everything is complete now. So I appreciate you taking the time to view this, and have a great day.